Hi, Lola girl. Well, Lola and I are back with another video because when I shared with you all the story of Lola, meet Lola, her basic adoption story, oh my gosh, that video has blown up. It has only been live on YouTube for 5 hours and it has almost 8,000 views, and y'all have blown me up with questions. So Lola and I made a list of the main questions that are coming in right now, and I'm going to try my best to tell you more about Lola, her adoption, how we found her, how all the things happened. Lola, are we ready to get into it, girl squirrel? So first off, let me tell you that as I'm filming this, Lola has only been here with us for 1 week today. So she is still super new to us, new to our house, new to the surroundings. She's still trying to figure out all the things. Can you come over here, ma'am? And we are learning about her. We are still in the learning phase. That was the fridge, Lola. The ice maker in the fridge is putting out water. See, she doesn't know what that is. So we're still getting to know each other. So I promise there will be so many more videos about Lola, Lola and Pollux, Lola and Maxie, Lola and Maxie and Pollux on my channel. You are going to be so tired of me talking about my dogs. Let me answer some of your questions. So here in Kentucky today, it is actually 77 degrees and sunny. So this morning I took the dogs out on a walk. I walked all 3 dogs by myself. They did so good. I am so pleased with the way this walking is turning out. But Miss Lola is so fantastic on a leash. She does not pull. She stayed right beside me the whole time. So after I walked all 3 dogs, yeah, we went on a big walk, didn't we? I brought Maxie and Pollux home, and then Lola and I went out on a walk by ourselves. We were walking fast. I went back in all these neighborhoods. A really good walk. She was so good. Stayed on my left the entire time. Never pulled, never even took out the length of the leash. I mean, she could have just basically just been off leash walking beside me, but I would never do that. The dogs are always on a leash, but she was so good. At one point, we passed a house and there was a squirrel in the driveway, ma'am, and she stopped. And she looked at it, super inquisitive, but never reacted, didn't jump after it, didn't bark, nothing. She just wanted to see it. And then we passed another house that had a huge husky laying in the driveway, completely off leash. The husky stood up, and I thought, oh boy, here's going to be the true test. She just looked at it like, hey dude, I'm Lola. I'm just going to keep on walking. And so we did, right, girly girl? So good on the leash. Okay, you can lay down like right here. You want to get your toy, Lola? Let's get your toy and show them. Let's get your elephant. Come here. So Randy gave Lola this little toy elephant, and she is loving it like it is her baby. She's carrying it around the house. This morning, she actually pulled a hole in it and was pulling out the stuffing, kind of like Pollux does, and spitting the stuffing out. They are so identical. Oh, one more thing I want to tell you all. I've told you all before that Pollux will curl up in a little ball and put his nose in his tail. Lola did that this morning. Look at this adorable video. Now, I said her name and she jumped up. I should have just kept my mouth shut, and I could have gotten a better video of her laying like that, but she was in Maxie's little bed in my office with her nose in her tail. So cute. So let me take you outside real quick and show you something we did have to do as soon as we got home with Lola. And this wasn't so much just because of Lola. It's because we now have 3 dogs. 3 dogs can be a lot, let me just tell you. Are you enjoying the sunshine, Pollux? Oh, it's nice day. So this little area over here, which is where Pollux's wheat was, we had to trim the wheat down for the winter, but this was just mud and wet. And so since the dogs, every time they come outside, run right through here and run around in the wheat, we went and got some rubberized mulch and took about, gosh, what was it, Lola? 20-something bags of mulch. Yeah, they won't eat it. It's rubber. And we put this down here to try to keep this area at least where the dogs won't be in the mulch. They won't have muddy feet when they come in. And so far, this has been working really good. Are you going to enjoy the sunshine too, Lola? So the dogs are outside playing with each other right now. Watch this. Whoa. Hey, oh my, y'all, the new mulch. Is he rolling in the grass, Lola? He's so silly. Now, don't you start to do it. We don't need two dogs who like to roll. Right, Pollux? We certainly don't need two dogs to do that. Oh. Okay. Oh, look at your tail go, girl. Are you a happy girl? You're a happy girl? Oh, you're going to go in with Maxie. Okay, we'll go on in with Demooey. Are you going to go in with Demoo, Lola? Come on, girl. You weren't going to let me come in without you, huh? What are you two doing? Pollux, what are you thinking about it? Can we just talk about it, sir? How's it going with Miss Lola around? Huh? Are y'all getting along good? You are? What are you doing? Everybody's tail's wagging. Get him, Lola. So, how did I adopt Lola? Let me just preface everything I'm going to say in the rest of this video by, I am not an adoption expert. I do not speak Spanish. We were in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta, and so all of the information that I know and that I'm going to share with you is just what I understood. There was a language barrier. Everybody we were talking to and dealing with spoke Spanish. So we were using a translate app. If we were with the people face to face, I was talking into my phone, Google Translate. It was translating it. I would show it to the person. So obviously there was not as much verbal communication as there would be if I was talking to somebody at home. We would just have a normal conversation. But because there was such a language barrier, we just had to ask basic questions, get a basic understanding, and get the job done. So when I tell you Lola's story, if there's some gaps of time and things that I just don't understand or don't know, it's really because of the language barrier. But if you have not seen Lola's original adoption story, I will share it right up here. It will also be in the description box. I'll pin it in the comments so you all can go back and see like the story of Lola and her initially coming home with us. Right, girl? How's your little elephant? So we were in Puerto Vallarta. We saw Lola at the farmer's market. It was love at first sight, and she was being walked by two women who were from Canada, I'm pretty sure. And so I asked the women about Lola. They said they were not with the shelter. The shelter there where Lola was living has a program where you can pay, I think it's $10 or $20 for the day. You can pick a shelter dog. The shelter will give you a backpack full of food and treats and water and a leash and a harness and all the things and a brush, and you can take the dog for the day. Take them to the beach, take them to the market, wherever you want to go. The point is to get them out of the shelter and get the animals in front of people in Puerto Vallarta so that they have a chance of being adopted. And that is exactly what was going on when we saw Lola. What do you think about her? I mean, I didn't come to the market to adopt a dog, but... So there's, I think, several animal shelters in Puerto Vallarta. Lola was at a shelter called the Yanka Foundation, and I hope I am pronouncing this wonderful woman's name correctly. I will link her website and her Instagram page in the description box. What are you doing, girl? Hey, girl squirrel. Yanka. Wonderful, wonderful woman who lives in Puerto Vallarta. Her mission is to rescue small animals, small dogs, the cats too, that are in need, that are injured, that need a home, that need help. And she created a shelter. I believe it has been open since 2012. So I believe she founded this foundation and this shelter in 2012, so 12 years ago. And she has a staff of people that help her at the shelter that work for her. And we were fortunate enough to get to meet and work directly with Yanka and one of her staff members, actually several of the staff members, but one of them in particular who we met with over and over, and that's who I had the main conversations with. Her name is Naya. So Lola was very attached to Naya and Naya's son. So Naya is the one that actually rescued Lola from a bad situation. And I told you all that Lola was born on a farm. I wish I didn't know the details of the bad situation. It breaks my heart to know what she went through. I am not going to share those details with you all because I don't want the negativity around her. I just want to forget that that's what she came from and focus on her future, where she is now and how she's improved and the wonderful life that she has had in the shelter care and the life that she is going to have here with us. Right, Lola? Yeah. So she was rescued by Naya, taken to the Yanka Foundation animal shelter, and she was there, like I said, for my understanding about 2 years or so. So when we saw Lola walking at the market and we inquired about her, we were sent to talk to several people at the foundation. So this was all happening on WhatsApp, which is an app. If you're not familiar, it's an app on your phone. It has texting features. It has phone features. It's what you would use to talk to somebody that is abroad because there's no like charges or anything. So when we're in Mexico, we're always using WhatsApp. So lots of conversations back and forth, trying to get the details on Lola, how to adopt her, how does this work? I have no idea. So we were going to be in PV for almost another 2 full weeks after we saw Lola before we were leaving. And I'll just, without getting into like so many details that are just going to bog you all down, I will tell you that it took us every single moment of those 2 weeks to get all the information ironed out, to get all of our documents in place, to plan everything. And there's a lot that have to be done. I do want to stop here and say, I am certainly not an expert on this. I only know our story. I only know how we got it done. So because I don't want to mislead someone that is watching this video, I don't want somebody watching to think that what I did is exactly what you should do, because that is not going to be the case. There are so many factors that come into play. So for all of those reasons, I'm not going to get into, oh, we did this or we did that, and this is how we got Lola home, because it's not going to apply to you. Just do your research, know that it can be done, and the shelter, the Yok Foundation, and I feel like it's going to be true for any shelter that you're dealing with. They know the basics. They know how to tell you how to get it done. We really let them guide us and send us in the right direction. They are full of information. This is what they do. They know all the things. She's throwing that toy. Girly squirrel. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuffing everywhere. All this stuffings. It's just a little mess. Let's see your elephant. Bring her here. So sweet. Can you all see this? Show him your elephant, Miss Lola. Show him your elephant. Wee, little girl. Show him your elephant. Aw, Miss Lola. Yes. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Let me tell you that in just a couple days, I am starting Vlogmas. That is where I release a brand new video every single day for the first 23 days of December. Vlogs, Christmas, Vlogmas. That's how the term came about. And so you will get to see plenty of Lola. I am going to share her life with you, just like I've always done with Pollux and Maxie. You're going to get to see Lola grow and evolve in our home. We have had to adjust the way we feed the dogs, the schedule for feeding the dogs. That was evident right away because Maxie has food issues. So we're still trying to figure it out, but we've had to make some major adjustments, major changes in the kitchen around feeding time. I will share that with you in another video. What kind of dog is Lola? Well, we're going to do a DNA test, and so I'll share that with you in another video. But we are under the assumption, clearly you can tell by looking at her, she has got some Australian cattle dog in her, blue heeler, red heeler. I'm going to explain the difference as I know it. All of this is video topics to come, along with how I'm doing walking 3 dogs at one time. Now, Australian cattle dogs, from what I have gathered, researching them online, are a super high energy dog. She has energy to burn. And I am starting to see that, right, Lola? The more I'm around her, she gets spurts of energy. She will jump and play and go outside and run, but then she'll have other times when she's super lazy and super chill. So we are thinking, because she spent all that time in a shelter and didn't get the exercise and the time loose that she would have gotten if she had been raised on a farm and been free to roam, that's where her chillness is coming from. And that's a good thing, because in the wintertime, it's really hard to get out and walk the dogs all the time. But when it's decent weather, I do it. I will absolutely walk the dogs. But on days when it's raining and snowing, y'all, it just can't happen here where I live. So it's good that I'm seeing signs in Lola that she's chill, but yes, she gets bursts of energy, and I will make sure that she is properly exercised, and I'm going to share that with you all in a future video. Do you hear that? There's a siren outside, and Lola hears it. She's going outside to investigate the siren. Aren't you, sweet bean? Yeah. And she's a kisser. Oh my goodness, is a kisser and a jumper. When I show her affection, she wants to jump up. See, she's a jumper. Girl, we're going to work on that. We don't like jumping in this house. Pollux doesn't jump, Maxie doesn't jump, and we're not going to let Lola jump. So that's something we absolutely have to work on. And this kissing, it is her way of showing me that she loves me. And I love her too. But I don't want dog slobber all over my face all the time. So yeah, those are some of the things that we're going to be working on. And I hope in the next Lola video, we'll be able to give you some updates. Right, Lola girl? Can you say bye, everybody? We'll see you later.